Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and today I'll show you how to make toggle in Angular. My one viewers asked me to make this video, so just I'm making. So guys, first of all I will create a button. Actually he told me to make menu toggle bar. So here I will not create a menu. You can just create the menu using HTML and CSS. Here I will show you how you can write the functionality for toggle. So first of all guys, I will write a button type is button, and here I will write the method is click method. Okay, and here I will write the method name is function. So method name you can write anything, this name you can write anything, but here you have to be write click event, because when I will just click this button, so that time I want to toggle element, so that's why. And here button name is click. Okay, and here I have added a method, so I will copy this method, and in the ts file app component.html I have created this button. So app component.ts file, just here I will I will just paste this method which I already copied, and I will save this one as well. And first of all I will just add little bit of css of this button, because I have to be increase the button size. So just in this css file, here I will write button tag, this button tag, and here I will add some css, just simple css I will add. So font size I will just increase, font size is 20 pixel, and here I will increase the padding is 10 pixel and 20 pixel. Then it will be properly visible. You can see button is now properly visible, so that's why I added this css only. And now here I will write the cursor is pointer. Okay, that means when I will just hover on mouse on this button, so you can see it's showing the hand icon, that means cursor is pointer. Okay, cursor is pointing. And now in the HTML I will create an element. Okay, div element, which I want to toggle actually. So div, and here just simply I will write hello. So here instead of button, when you will use for the menu bar, so here instead of button you can add the menu bar icon, and here instead of div just simply you can add your menu. Okay, menu HTML code and the CSS. Okay, just and simply whatever I will do in the next, simply you can do that, but just menu and menu bar you can add instead of button and this element. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. And now in this div, just same I will add some css. Just here I will add the background color is red, I will add. So first of all I will add this white color, and here just simply I will choose any color, and here simply I will add the font size is 40 pixel, and little bit of padding I will add, that is for 50 pixel. Okay, so now you will find here just I have to be save the HTML file also. So here you can see this is our div. So this div I will hide and show. Okay, that is called toggle actually. And here I will add another, that is color. Okay, color of this text I will add white, and font weight is bold, this one you can see. So now just I will close the CSS file, because I will focus the functionality. So I will just open the TS, and here this div, here I will write a condition. Okay, so condition, here I will write ng if. So ng if, here you can see I is the capital of ng if, and before ng if I have added star, because this is the syntax for writing a ng if. And here you have to be write a variable name. Variable name can be anything, you can write as per your choice. So here this variable name I will write is height, you can write anything. And now I have to be copy this variable, and in the ts file just here I will paste this variable, and simply I will set the type of this variable is boolean. Boolean means guys true and false, this is called boolean. Suppose in the variable if I would store any values, like suppose here this is if I store a string value like this one, anything, so that is called string value, because I store here inside this inverted comma. But when we store true and false inside an variable, so that is called boolean. Okay, so here I will store boolean value like true or false. So now here if I write true, so that means this element will be shown here. Okay, you can see it's changed nothing. But here instead of true if I write false, that means this variable is false, and this variable I have added here in this element, so that means this element will be false right now. So that means now this element is, you can see its height from our DOM. Okay, so that is actually true and false. So first of all I will just, if you want to by default so that time you can write here true. I mean in your case, if you want to by default show of the menu, so you can write is by default true. You can see menu will be shown by default here. But if you want to by default height of your menu, so that time you can write here false. First of all, you can see I have, if I add false, so you can see menu is hide. When I will click this button, so that time I will open the menu. So now here in this function which I have added here, so inside this function I have to be write a condition. Okay, so if this, because height is the global variable, global means guys this variable I have written outside this method. Okay, so that's why it's a global variable. But if I would write this variable inside this method, so that time I would call it local variable, but now it's a global variable. And when we called global variable in Angular, so that time we use this keyword. So this dot height, now this dot height variable is double equals to false. I mean it's a by default false. So here I have written a condition, if this variable is by default false, I mean not single equals to. Single equals to means I have assigned a value, but double equals to means it will check it similar like false or true. Okay, so when it will find it's similar to false, so that time now in this height variable I will assign true. Okay, I mean first of all when it will find it's a similar like false, so that time I will assign true. Okay, and inside this else, here I will write a else condition. So if it is not, if it's find it's not similar like false, so that time just here I will write is it's a false. If it is already find false, I mean here you can see if it is already find false, so that time I will add true. But if it is find not false, so that time I will add false. Okay, and here you can write double equals to or triple equals to. You can write as per your choice. I will suggest to write triple equals to. So double equals to and triple equals to, there is the difference. Double equals to means it will just check the value, right? So here I will also just discuss the double equals to and triple equals to difference. Okay, so here just now forget this one, so I will just comment out this one. Now forget this one, just understand the difference between double equals to and triple equals to. Okay, suppose guys here if I write a value a and a equals to 2. Okay, but guys here you can write this 2 like 2. Now this one is the number. Okay, but guys this 2 if I write inside an inverted comma, so that time this is a string value. So now if you check it, suppose if you check it using a double equals to 2, so that means just it will check the a value is 2 or not. Okay, if I write if condition like this way, so it will just check a value is 2 or not. Okay, but guys if I write here like this way, so you can see a value is 2 or not. So here the condition will be written true, because here you can see the condition will be written true because here it will find a value is 2. Okay, but guys actually it's a wrong, because here you can see this 2 is string, but I am checking it's a 2, but this 2 is the number. So it when it will find only 2, so that time it will be written true. Okay, but if I using triple equals to, so that time it will check the value. So it will check the value is matching, that's fine, but it will check the type also. The type is here string, but here it's a number, so that time it will return false. Okay, it will return false. So that is the difference between double equals to and triple equals to. So I will suggest here to add triple equals to. Okay, so now I will just remove the comment from here and the condition is done. So I will save this one, and now here if I click, you can see the element is showing. Again if I click, it's a height. Okay, you can see like that. And now guys, suppose you want to by default open this element. So here now if I reload this page, so by default the element is not showing, but if you want by default this element will be show, so here you have to be write just simply true. Okay, so now if I hide and So you can see, so whatever you want. Okay, and guys, here you can see the condition is more line. I have written more too many lines for this condition, but here you can write simply one line for this condition also. Okay, so how you can write that? Just simply I will remove this one, and here you can simply write this dot height equals to not this dot height, like this way you can write also. Okay, so you can write here just exclamatory sign, and like this way you can write. It will be workable same, like you can see it's working as same. Okay, and same thing you can change here. If you want to by default false, so you can change this one as a false, like this. You can see by default it will be height, and when I will click you can see it's showing. So this way you can just simply write this condition in a simple one line. So I have shown two ways, because the first one is the simple custom JavaScript code. If you want to go write in some simple JavaScript code, so that time that method you can write, but in Angular you can do this way, because here you can see here I have written just simply one line of code. Okay, and I hope guys it's a clear, and if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video, and if you have any doubt, so you can write in comment or Instagram ID. I will try to solve your doubt. And if you want to get more updates, so please subscribe my channel and also press the notification bell icon to get more update.